There we go. Welcome, everyone, to Judson Memorial Church. Excited to have everyone here. Excited to have Micharne here. Yes. And to be part of Judson Arts Wednesdays, which is happening, we're hoping, post 2020 more regularly now. And so we've had it for the past few Wednesdays consistently. So just if you like arts programming and free food and amazing community, come back for future Wednesdays. And the great thing about these Wednesdays is every Wednesday it's so different and so amazing. And tonight is going to be equally amazing because Micharne will be doing their first reading. First reading, yes. Of this play. And so your participation, listening as an audience, is part of this process. And so that's why we're so grateful you're here. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Micharne.
Thank you so much, Emily, and thank you so much to everyone who made tonight possible. Andrew, Micah, who isn't here tonight, but really appreciate everyone's work putting it all together. I also want to say thanks just to Judson Church for the space that they provide every Wednesday. I think, you know, as artists, we talk a lot about the world that we would like to create, and I think having free food and free art and having a space where hopefully everyone feels genuinely welcome is really, like, I just love that as a vision for, like, what we would like the world to be. Micah and I have conversations about faith and about the patriarchy in reference to this play. So I just want to say that some of the explorations of faith within this play are not reflective of Judson Church, FYI. So this play started as a joke, actually. I kept saying that, you know, so in Australia, yelling is not the cultural go-to that it is in America. So I kept on saying, like, oh, so I actually kind of have this, like, list of, like, people who've yelled at me. I can remember every single time someone has yelled at me, which is, like, kind of a unique thing as an adult. And so that joke gave birth to this play. But I want to say it is fiction. It's fiction. This is not actually every man who yelled at me. And at one point in the process, actually one of my wonderful actresses said, I wish we all hadn't lived this moment. And I was like, and that's why I'm writing the play. This is a play reading. If you haven't been to a play reading before, the play is read aloud as you would read a book, but it is still a play. So one piece of information that I would like to give you just to help your imaginations imagine what this might look like on a stage. You're going to meet lots of different men tonight. They're all yelling or talking to the same woman. So in a production, this would be clear through various different choices. But just to repeat that again, you're going to meet lots of men all yelling at the same woman. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the truly fabulous actresses tonight. We have Amy Northup, who's going to be playing a whole lot of men. We have Eleanor Handley, who's also going to be playing a whole lot of men. And we have Elizabeth Nestlerode, who will also be playing a whole lot of men. This is Every Man Who Yelled at Me.
Scene 1. Summer camp assistant director. An outdoorsy kind of guy from an outdoorsy kind of place. He speaks to a large group of female camp counselors in an outdoor amphitheater.
I'm going to keep this as short as I can. Quite a few of y'all have early mornings tomorrow. The advanced trail ride, what's it called again? The Buckle Up Buttercup. Well, that expedition is leaving at 7 a.m. sharp. But we had to call this emergency meeting for a whole lot of reasons. I don't even know where to start. Bunks are a mess. Beds unmade. Floors not swept. Clothes makeup, trash, books everywhere. This is mostly with the upper level girls, but we called the counselors of the middle and lower level girls too, because, you know, those little ones grow up to be big ones soon enough. I'm not sure y'all appreciate what you have here. The families of our campers pay a lot of money to send their children here, and you have access to all the same facilities for free. I mean, you got the stables. You've got the pools, the tennis courts that you can use anytime you get a break. You have the state-of-the-art movie studio, complete with green screen and Foley, that's sound effects, in the music and recording studio. I mean, there's our culinary workshop, a make-your-own candy station. In fact, I made my own Twizzlers today. Bacon, cinnamon, and cotton candy flavored. Huh? I mean, who thought you could do that at a summer camp? But I'm sure most of you know the real reason why we had to call this meeting. There's enough rumors floating around here to cause a climate crisis. This all started last night when Chloe Miller from Hummingbird was found on the high ropes course after lights out. This area is forbidden without a counselor at all times. And after lights out, it is extremely dangerous. Okay, yeah, we've heard your gossip saying that she wasn't on the ropes course, but she was on the netting below the ropes. Doesn't matter. It's dark out there. It is dangerous. So, okay, y'all, you got to keep it down if you want to get any sleep tonight. I was getting to the other issue, that Chloe was found with a male camper. Now, we all know how hard it is to police teenagers and their summer romances, but this, finding campers who've snuck out in the middle of the night, this is unacceptable. So yes, we asked Chloe to leave camp. And yes, we also asked the male camper in question. But as his family is currently in the Galapagos Islands, that was not possible. So he will be on trash duty every lunch break for the next 2 weeks. And some might even say that this is a worse punishment because, I mean, well, everybody knows why he's on trash duty. So. Okay, that's enough. Now, we know there's been rumors, and this is probably what some of y'all are talking about anyway. There's been rumors that there was a second male camper found on the ropes course. Now, I want to put an end to this right now because it's not true. No, maybe someone left the area before we got there. I can't speak to that. But what I can say is that any member of this camp is innocent until proven guilty. So right now, we are disciplining 2 campers. We found 1 boy and 1 girl up on the ropes course, tale as old as time. We have no evidence that anyone was forced by anyone else to be there. Oh, okay. All right, you don't believe me? You know what? Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Would Chloe's counselors tell us about last night? Who's on duty? No, where are you? Hummingbird counselors? What? It's Amanda's night off? You don't get to miss an emergency meeting because it's your night off. What? Gabriel is off too? Okay. I want both of them in my office first thing tomorrow morning. Who is on duty tonight? Jesse, where is Jesse? Jesse, where are you? Jesse, okay, come on up here. You can just tell the group about last night. That wasn't a question. This group apparently needs to hear it from you. Oh, you're not comfortable? Well, you better get comfortable and get up here. You are a leader in this camp. Part of leadership is being able to speak to a group of people. You're refusing. Excuse me. No, you don't get to refuse this. This isn't string beans in the cafeteria. Get up here now. Well, I'm not yelling at you. This is not what? People in Australia don't yell? I find that impossible to believe. No, okay, fine. You know what? If you're going to be so immature about this, fine. I'll tell the group what it needs to hear. You are responsible for your campers at all times. You think parents aren't responsible for their kids when they're sleeping? They are, let me tell you. And you are responsible for your campers when you're sleeping. So if anyone says different or lets anything like this happen again, y'all be immediately expelled from camp. So, what did we learn tonight? Jesse? What did we learn, Jesse? What did you just say? No, we do not call the police to handle a camper situation. Why would you even say that?
Scene 2, a theater director. He drinks wine with Jesse at a small local country club.
Oh, love. You don't know anyone in the city at all. It always amazes me the kind of rose-colored glasses you Aussies have. And a couple of Kiwis coming over here thinking you were, somehow going to get your big break teaching acting to spoiled preteens at a summer camp? Oh, no. Brits are too pessimistic to buy into any American dream. I mean, what did you actually think was going to happen, love? Some 11-year-old is going to find you, email his hotshot agent father, and you'd be on Broadway by the fall? Although, actually, I'd probably trust my progeny for casting advice. My children beg me to take them to bloody everything. I say, it's just a reading. Even I don't want to go. But they'll still throw wobblies and beg me to go to some particularly gory Shakespeare or a new play about sexual assault. Why are there so many plays about sexual assault? So who do you know at camp? Well, do you know Leo, Noah, Johnny J, Austin in puppetry? Jesse, you are spending your time with the wrong people. No, this is good for you to know. It is. Those guys know people in the city. Well, what kind of work do you want to do? Love, I'd be happy with anything, gets you nothing. You need to be specific. Well, do you want Broadway? Off-Broadway? Off-Broadway? No, not everyone wants to do Broadway. You need a strategy. I can help you, if you like. I think you want to do small roles in high-profile projects. Take a bit part in a prestige movie over a main role in some short film. You want to be serving Brad Pitt a cocktail, or showing Johnny Depp his room, or opening the door for Keanu Reeves. Actually, Keanu Reeves probably opens his own door, but you know what I mean. Oh, I can't finish this bottle alone, love. You get to show up and play Zip Zap Zop tomorrow. I have to wrangle 80 kids into the junior version of Ex-Fiancé is the saddest word, which I really have a problem with. No, not with the adult content. Are you joking? With what they all watch on their phones? This is tame. Lame, even. Did you hear about that poor girl in the hummingbird bunk? What, that's your bunk? So what really happened? Well, is it true she got caught with 2 lads doing the deed? Oh, come on, literally everyone at camp has heard that. And that the second boy got away with it entirely, which, there's quite a few candidates here this year who could pull that off, but my money is on that influencer with the daft haircut. Oh, God, no, they were never going to call the police. Love, you do know whose children come to this place. You've seen the choppers landing on the helipad on Parents' Day. What was I saying? No. I was saying something that had meaning before. I remember. Ex-fiancé is the saddest word. My problem is ex-fiancé is not the saddest word. It's just not. I mean, what about depression? Or torture? Or divorce, for that matter? I mean, at least you didn't go through the whole rigmarole of the wedding and lose half your money and everything you own. You should be happy it's ex-fiancé and not ex-wife. Not that I want to give you the wrong idea. I'm happily married. My wife is amazing, actually. Seriously, amazing. She gives me the summer to be free. Every year when she waves me off, she says, go, be free. And then it's like the purge. Except instead of one night we can kill people, I get the summer to do whatever I want. I can't understand why more couples don't do it, honestly. I'm sure, in fact, I'm positive more marriages would stay together. Tell me, what's better? You get me for 9 months, a perfect loving husband, father, great provider, or you get me for 12 months where you constantly at each other's throats just over dumb shit because neither of you can let off some steam. No, she's with the kids, but she loves it. I mean, her mother comes over and they spend days on end eating kale chips and watching Real Housewives. I mean, it's just so meta. They can't see it. I mean, they can't see it. Yes, she's also free for the summer. You know, free to eat as many kale chips as she wants. Tell me, who invented kale chips? I mean, that's what I want to know. Perfectly good, greasy potato crisps have existed maybe forever. And then someone comes along and wants a green vegetable to take the place of my cheese and onion crisps. I mean, who did this? I ask you, who? Bring them to me. I will burn their fucking house down. Sorry, I did King Arthur and the sword and the stone with the 10-year-olds last week. Can you believe we're halfway through the summer? I know, you must be craving a real bed by now. Are you top or bottom bunk? Oh, top's good. I like top. God, where was I even going with that? It's like dad joke trying to be sexy at the same time, but let's just get out of here. Are you kidding? I have better wine than this attempt at a country club, I can tell you that. I promise you, we'll just open a bottle of white, or maybe some champagne, if you like. I always stock up on Veuve Clicquot when I land. Have you ever even had Veuve Clicquot? Well, come on. Listen, you can't wear a dress like that and expect a guy not to want to rip it off. I'm just being objective. God, my wife would love you. No, she would love you. She would, I'm telling you. She most definitely would. Can't. What? Well, that's just what Australians call each other, right? It's a fucking term of affection for you.
Scene 3, Homeland Security Officer. He looks through various pieces of paperwork.
Where's your DS-160 confirmation page? They're important. Have you ever been to the U.S.? You were at a summer camp, and you were what, a camp counselor? It's a big leap from camp counselor to alien of extraordinary ability. Where did you go to school? Did Hugh Jackman go there? WAPA? Whooper? Is that a real school? What about Nicole Kidman? Oh, she didn't go to school at all, huh? Well, see, now that is an alien of extraordinary ability. Okay, sure, yeah, I've heard Mel Gibson and Cate Blanchett. Have you won an Oscar or a Grammy? That's just what's listed as examples on the application. Academy Award, Nobel Peace Prize. None of them? So tell me, what is the best thing you've done? Sydney Theatre Company. How do I know that's not just any theater in Sydney? Cate Blanchett used to run it. Why doesn't she still run it? If you've only performed in a theater in Sydney, why do you even want to come to the US? Okay, so tell me where else. The Malt House. Well, that sounds like a brewery. The Opera House. So you do opera as well. Why would there be normal theaters in an opera house? Okay, you're giving me too much information. I'm telling you, this is too much information. Just answer the question, where else have you performed? I haven't heard of any of these places. Why are you crying? Are you telling the truth? Are you telling the truth? Because people who are lying get nervous, they get upset. Why do you really want to come to the US? You say you want to act, but from what I can see, you really don't have the credentials for this visa. Okay, why didn't you say before you have a reference from Danny DeVito? Is he a nice guy? Yeah, that's good to know. I always really thought he'd be a nice guy. But how do I know that this is real? Even if I call his agent, how do I know that they're real? WWE, like wrestling? What does WME stand for? Who is William Morris Endeavor? That sounds like a fake name. Okay, I'm gonna have to speak to my colleague about this. You're a difficult case.
Scene 4, a boyfriend when it's new. Jesse has just given him a copy of the New York Times while he's still in bed.
You want me to read this to you? Yeah? Are you sure? Okay. Do you want me to read the whole thing or just the part about you? Yeah, there's a part about you. Okay. In this immersive production of Hamlet, the title character is played by Irish-American musician Dara. If you doubted this X Factor runner-up could act, let me assure you, this is a virtuoso performance. His effortlessly charming stage presence, you sure you want me to skip ahead? Okay. Jessie Smith, as Ophelia, gets lost in this mesmerizingly chaotic portrayal of Hamlet's inner world. Dara's renderings of Ophelia are more powerful than Smith's performance. Hold on. It gets better. Dara's renderings of Ophelia are more powerful than Smith's performance, but she provides beautiful accompaniment to his song at the beginning of the second act. Babe, I mean, you're not even a singer. That's good. It's good. No, hey. There is other bad stuff in here, too, about other people. Babe, it's really not your fault. I mean, Ophelia's in how many scenes? It's Shakespeare's fault that you got lost in the background. Oh, no. That's not what I thought. I thought you were fantastic. I did. I said that. First thing I said to you after I saw the show, I said, you were fantastic. It's okay. But you're so smart. And you work so hard. I mean, you could do a million other things. Well, sure, we'd have to figure out the visa situation, but we can do that, you know? A quick trip to City Hall could fix that, and then you could do whatever you want. Well, I know that this is the thing that you spent the last 10 years. Wait, are you counting things you did when you were 16? Yeah, I'm sure the commercial you did as a teenager was a real job. What the hell is Dettol? No, I am taking this seriously. What is Dettol? Then why don't they just call it hydrogen peroxide? No, I don't think you're taking this seriously. Look, you've invested so much time and so much money. I don't want you to wake up in another 5 or 10 years' time and be in exactly the same position, but then it's too late to start another career. Whoa, okay, no. This is not me not believing in you. This is me telling you the truth that maybe some other people didn't have the guts to tell you before now. And no, I believe in you. I do. But, babe, I mean, the odds of becoming the next, I don't know, Nicole Kidman, it's like winning the lottery. No, don't leave. Babe, please, come on. We're going to go have lunch with my parents. You're right. It was too soon. Yeah, all you needed to hear right now was that everything was going to be okay. But I don't want to lie to you. And I think, right now is as good a time as any to start thinking about doing something else. Well, my buddy, he's getting serious about his startup. Like he's looking for someone to do marketing and social media. I mean, you could do that. Yes, Flynn's startup, the pet clothing company. I think he's calling it Flynn's Fashion. Well, the pet industry is a $1 billion industry. I mean, it's as big as the entire GDP of Greece. Yeah, sure. Yeah, clothes for your pets are not inherently more serious than an acting career. I agree. No one needs to dress up their chihuahua as a bumblebee. But your role, if you were in communications, PR, those skills could take you places. I honestly thought you were smarter than that. Emily, Troy's wife, she's in marketing. She's done really well for herself. And sweetie, you know how hard it is for me to say nice things about my brother or his wife, so. Okay, babe, to get a job like that with no experience, I mean, you think that's an easy thing to do? No, Flynn is really looking out for you. It's up to you, but you should think about it. What? Flynn is not a rapist. You take that back. You take that back right now. She was lying. He was about to dump her, and she was mad at him. Oh, yeah, you had what, one conversation with this girl who, by the way, had issues. She had a lot of issues. Oh, bullshit. That story was made up. It sounded like a fucking game of Clue. She did not go to the hospital. She didn't. Flynn told me she didn't. Well, yeah, it's probably a good thing that she can't have kids because, the world doesn't need more of her running around. Jess, come on, don't leave. No, this became a stupid fight. Babe, my dad really wants to see you. He wants to talk about the play.
Scene 5, a pastor. He is speaking behind an altar in an enormous modern church.
I have to say I'm a little speechless, which is never a good thing when you're a pastor. What a beautiful bride and beautiful bridesmaids. And the groom cleaned up good as well. I have had the wonderful privilege of getting to know our beautiful bride and groom, these two children of God, over the last few months in preparation for today and for their future lives as husband and wife. The truth is our marriage preparation course is a requirement of getting married in our church, and we often have engaged couples say, "Is that absolutely necessary? We feel prepared." Or, "We're so busy planning a wedding, we don't have time for marriage prep." Or, my personal favorite, "Can we skip it if we make a bigger donation to the church?" In the world today, this transition from dating to marriage is a little softer, perhaps, than in days gone by. Most couples live together before marriage, but most couples still get married before having children. And I think it says a lot about how much we value the institution of marriage. Before we make the lifelong decision of having children, of bringing children into the world, we want to promise in front of God to be together forever. And God has some pretty specific ideas about marriage. I love starting out the marriage prep by asking, who does the work around the house? If the couples live together, this is not a hypothetical question. And I bet you can probably guess who does the most work. Yeah, that's right, the ladies. And usually the men outright admit it. Yes, she does the cleaning. Yes, she's the better cook. Yes, I haven't opened the lid of the washing machine since she moved in. And I say, all right, do you know how much laundry even one little baby makes? Oh, I hear some laughs. The parents out there, they know. They know how much laundry even one little baby makes. So what is the division of labour going to look like when there's even more work to do? And how are you going to make these decisions together? So that's the end of one marriage prep session, and then the next week the young couple will come back and they'll say, okay, we're going to split things right down the middle. I'm going to remember how to lift the lid of the washing machine, he says. We're going to do everything 50-50, make all decisions 50-50. And I'll say, great, that's just great. But can you do that for every decision? For example, where are you going to raise your family? What if she wants to move near her family and he wants to move near his office so he can spend less time commuting and more time at home? They're both good reasons to want to live in a certain place, maybe, And this is New York City. I mean, you could be talking about living in different boroughs or different states. Maybe his office is in New Jersey. How are you going to make that decision? And that's the end of another session. And then they'll come back the next week, and inevitably, they don't really have a good answer for that question. They'll say, we'll compromise. And I'll say, all right. His office is in Tribeca. Her family is in Connecticut. What, you're going to live in Yonkers? The Bronx? Poughkeepsie? And I say, all right, how's the laundry going? And there'll be giggles and smirks. But he still hasn't opened the lid of the washing machine. And they're joking about it, but I can tell. I can always tell that deep down, she's a bit upset. She's disappointed. She would have liked it if even just one time in that week, he could have done the laundry. I say, friends, God gives us a plan for marriage. He lays it out for us. He says, husbands, you're going to love your wives like God loves the church. And what did God do for the church? He died for it. Jesus died for the church. Now, yes, this means that God forbid you were ever in a life-threatening situation, you would lay down your life for your wife. But on a day-to-day basis, what does loving your wife like God loved the church, what does that really mean? I'm here to tell you it means you do all you can for her. You do all you can to build her up, to make her strong. And you know what I'm going to say? This means you do the laundry like you said you were going to do. And now for the wives. What instruction does God have for wives? God says, submit to your husbands as unto the Lord. Now you try saying that to a 20-something-year-old young lady. Submit? Submit? Did you just say submit? I mean, this is the 21st century. What are you talking about? And I say, I beg your pardon, but who's still doing the bulk of the housework? Who's still doing the laundry, hey? So back to our little situation of deciding where to live. She wants Connecticut. He wants Tribeca. Now, your husband has been charged with loving you like Christ loved the church. So friends, congratulations. You're moving to Connecticut. You're moving where she wants to go. If you're a wife, isn't that a decision you want to submit to? And for those of you thinking, well, Flynn's office isn't in Tribeca, he can run his pet empire from anywhere. Or Layla's family. You know, Layla's family is sitting here thinking, we don't live in Connecticut. The marriage prep is a very personal time. It's very intimate in a way. So I wasn't going to talk about the actual decisions that Flynn and Layla are...
It's Hannah?
My apologies. Flynn and Hannah. Doesn't even sound like Layla. Flynn and Hannah. I wasn't going to talk about the decisions that Flynn and Hannah are facing. But they want you to know what a Christian marriage looks like to them so that you can support them in their marriage and as they raise their own family one day. And so, without further ado, can Flynn Magnus Rockwell and Layla Rose Anderson please join me at the altar?
Scene 6, Boyfriend's Father. A Broadway theater, excellent seats.
Good, heard good things about... Oh, sorry, yeah, of course. Finish your email. Urgent dog costume business. Flynn seems like a hard taskmaster when he wants to be. Well, this is nice. When you sent the invite to this, I thought, how nice that now there's someone in the family who wants to see a play about 16th century Flemish painters. Although I would have thought our middle son never would have willingly seen a Shakespeare, and you managed to pull that off pretty quickly. You've been a good influence on him. Yeah, you must know that. I have to confess, we've seen more of you both in this last year than when we had a him in the last 10 years combined. And you send us cards. His grandma tells us every time she gets a card from you, it's so nice. Perhaps, one downside of our sudden closeness is that he shares what's on his mind. And I think you may be able to guess where I'm going with this. Of course, this is your decision, and I'm sure the timing is less than ideal for the both of you, but with Bradford getting fired and you being promoted, and you're not married yet, but I wanted to tell you, well, rather sort of admit the family secret, that Troy was an accident. I know, it's a little funny to say it like that, especially as, he's done so well for himself, but after we had Corey and Bradford, we thought our family was complete. Bradford was going to start kindergarten when Maureen found out she was pregnant again. She was fixing to go back to full-time work after 6 years of very stressful part-time work. I mean, her practice really stretched the limit of the definition of part-time. Full-time almost promised to be a vacation, but here she was, pregnant. Now, abortion was never on our minds. My family is, as you know, very religious. I understand it's difficult to talk about, but we believe that just because a child is not yet old enough to live outside of his mother's... Sure, I would have guessed that you were pro-choice, and yes, of course, in cases of rape or incest or the health of the mother, it's difficult, but that's not what we're talking about here. I understand. I just wanted to say, Troy went on to be the biggest blessing for our family. I mean, you've seen how he just lights up a room. He balances out Corey's competitive streak and mellows out Bradford's temper. I'm honestly glad you weren't in the picture for Troy's wedding. Bradford did not take it well that his much younger brother was getting married before him. Troy sat him down, and to this day, I do not know what Troy said to him, but he behaved, which was a good thing because Emily was just about ready to disinvite him, and she was not being unreasonable. This was not a Bridezilla moment. But that's Troy for you. He's a gift, and he has a lot of gifts. So we made that decision, that very hard decision with prayer and tears, I'll be honest. Maureen's practice wouldn't agree to any more part-time work, so she went back to work full-time for a little less than a year. I remember there was one day, no, I guess there were 2 days where she didn't sleep for almost 48 hours straight. There was an urgent case at her firm, and Bradford had to be picked up early from school. He got bored a lot at school, so we were picking him up a lot there for a while. And I think that Troy was sick too. Anyway, we decided right then as a family it would just be best for her to be a full-time mom for a while. So I have spoken with Maureen, and I'm sure you'll try to turn us down, but we're just going to do it anyway. We're gifting y'all the Upper West Side apartment. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of space for... Well, frankly, we're not taking no for an answer. The tenants just let us know they're moving out, and if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Do you know how hard it is to get tenants out of an apartment in New York City? Honey, I know that Bradford is not going to want to live in the Upper West Side, but it's a great neighborhood for kids, and Troy and Emily, who just loves you, by the way. She just loves you. They're just only a few blocks away. Well, all we're asking is for you to think about it. Think about the great life your child could lead, he or she. They could be your Troy, your unexpected blessing. Oh, I think it's about to start. Oh, that's a shame. You think it's morning sickness? Do you need me to come with you? I'd like to stay. These seats were not cheap.
Scene 7, the boyfriend, when it's old. We've met him before. We're in an underground parking garage. He gets out of his car. The engine is still running, and he and Jessie are alone.
I didn't almost run into you. No, I didn't. You moved out of the way. You were here. The car is there. Jesus Christ, Jessie. I was never going to hit you. I didn't speed up. I did not speed up. Can we just unload the car already? What do you mean you're not going in? Stop. Okay, just stop. You're not leaving me. Come on. Let's unload the car. Babe, we just had a Thanksgiving from hell. I can't deal with, oh my God, don't say that. Be careful, babe. You can't take that back. You can't take this back. Just shut up, okay? Just shut up, okay? You're leaving with, we have a car full of baby crap we don't need because you got an abortion and don't have the guts to tell anyone. I had to fucking pretend we're having a kid for 4 days. 4 fucking days. Don't give me that crap. Yeah, they'd be fine. No one would have cared. My dad will get over it. He'll have to get over it. What are we going to do with my aunt's baby carriage and her kid's elephant rocking horse? Tell me that, huh? mean, we live in a one-bedroom apartment, so it's either going in our living room, which is ridiculous, or our bedroom, which is real sexy. You're really breaking up with me. No, if you do this, Jess, we're done. You're done. You can't come back from this. This is insane. No, we have to talk about this. I didn't just try to kill you. Fucking hell, Jesse, look, there are security cameras in here, okay? You want to get the footage and see by how much I didn't just try. You are crazy. You're just batshit crazy. No, I will not wait down here while you get some things. No, it's my fucking apartment. Where are you going? Where are you going to go? Babe, let's talk about this, okay? And not in a parking garage. You're serious? Jess, I'm sorry, okay? I am sorry. This week has been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare for me, too. I mean, I'm no good at lying. It stresses me out, and lying about having a baby. I mean, I'm still processing it. I know that it's what we wanted, but it doesn't make it easy to talk about baby names with my brother's wives over and over. I mean, you know it has a name, right? This kid that doesn't exist, Grace. If it was a girl, that's my mom's middle name, and neither of them want a religious name, and Gerald if it's a boy. Well, it's the only great-grandfather name left because the cousins have taken our grandfather's name and great-grandfather's middle name, so someone had to use Gerald. I only agreed to it because there's no baby. I'm sorry. Maybe we made the wrong decision. You know, my dad said he was proud of me. On Thanksgiving, we were by the fire, and he said he knew we were making a difficult decision and that he was proud of me. He's never said that before. Never. No, I don't need space. I think we need a new therapist. I think that, I don't think Katrina really listens to us. I mean, she's so quick to, I didn't say take your side. I think if we got someone who really listens to what we're dealing with, I mean, can we try that? You, of all people, you're going to say no to trying therapy? I'm sorry? Can we just give it a shot? No, I think we are really right for each other. Okay? We're soulmates, Jess. I've never had a doubt in my mind. No, I can show you. Let me show you. Jesse, will you make me the happiest man alive and be my wife? No, this is perfect. Right here, just you and me, and no family, no bullshit, just you and me and this fucking elephant rocking horse. That's okay. Yeah, you know, we could go shopping this weekend for rings. I mean, I started looking, but I didn't want to get something that you didn't like. So we can go to Tiffany's, or we can go to the Diamond District, or wherever you want, you know. Or hell, like, let's just go on vacation. Just you and me. We can go somewhere really romantic where there's no internet and no Instagram posts about poodles dressed as strippers. Well, they did look like strippers. See? You're smiling a little. Look, we need to go somewhere where we can laugh. I mean, when was the last time we really laughed about anything? I love you. I love you so much, babe. No, don't do this, please. No, just, okay, just, can you just not talk to anyone? Can we just be on a break for now? Jesse, what am I supposed to do? I just proposed to you, and now, please don't do this. I know I'm begging you, but please.
Scene 8, Dara B. Jesse has arrived unannounced at his apartment.
Thank the Lord you dumped that loser gobshite! Of course I knew he was a gobshite, darling. Everyone knew. Well, I know it's forever ago now, but everyone in Hamlet knew he was a bit of a wanker from that opening night party. He He was so handsy. Anytime I came within 10 feet of you, he suddenly had his hands all over you. And then, yes, there was the fact that he made the usher cry. Yes, everyone knew about that. It's a very specific level of douchebaggery to arrive to your girlfriend's show 20 minutes late, demand to be let in, and then interrupt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern's silent mime scene. Every single person turned and saw him come in. It was no secret, Jessie dear, and I think if you were being honest with yourself, you'd say that. Oh, no, now is not the time for tears. I'm sure he was well hung, and he was certainly well healed. And you had your fun, and now you can live your life again. What are your 20s for if not for making a few mistakes? When did you turn 31? And you had no party for 30. Well, we need to make up for that then, tonight. Guildenstern is bartending at a little place just a couple of blocks from here. Invite everyone you know. We'll have the best breakup party a girl could wish for, thanks to a few free shots from Gildy. And sometimes, and I don't want to get your hopes up, but his bar has an event space in the back, and sometimes, on Sundays, we get the ice sculpture luges from Saturday night. Gildy puts them in the freezer right when the event is over so we can have our shots via our giant initials from some wedding which was held the only night before. It's the only way I take my shots now. Oh, no. I mentioned weddings. I should have known that was triggering. I'm sorry. Why are we crying? Of course you still have your friends. You have me, you have Gildy. Okay, did you stay in touch with anyone else? Well, what about work friends? Actually, nope. I don't think I want to know people who dressed poodles like strippers. So he isolated you. Well, do you have another explanation? It's when an abuser separates you from your friends and family, people who care about you and don't want to see you get hurt, which is what he wants to do. And then, when he's hurting you, you'll have no support system left to help you leave. Darling, you could only not get rid of me because I'm a very good friend. I know, I'm right modest and all. But I have a list of friends and everyone gets messaged at least once a week. Yep, that's why I kept messaging you even when you didn't reply. I'm very persistent. A friend once called me a people collector, and I think that's true. So don't you worry. I will fill that bar tonight with folks who can be your new friends. I have some people I think you'll right get along with, in fact. Ladies with small liberal arts school written all over them. Men who read Hemingway. Men who read it all. You have to what? Who calls a meeting on the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend? Oh, God, I should have known. But you can leave that hideous company now, can't you? It is hideous. No dog wants to wear a unicorn nose. No dog ever has, and no dog ever will. And seriously, how do you make outfits for pets with so little imagination? You have no idea how hard it was for me to comment on another teacup terrier dressed like a bumblebee. Darling, you're rid of him, and a whole lot of them now. You can go anywhere. You can do anything. Why would you want to keep selling dog unicorn noses? Fine, we can postpone your party. If you want to go out after your godforsaken meeting, I have a friend of a friend in a comedy show tonight. Well, there's a hierarchy to these things. Your breakup party would have come before a friend of a friend's terrible comedy show, which is his literal first show, so it will sure be terrible. Terrible. But you shouldn't be alone, so come. Darling, I'm serious. You shouldn't be alone. If you don't show up, I will go to your place and... Wait, where are you staying? My arse, you're not staying at a hotel. You're staying with me. Go meet with Flynn, and while you're doing that, you need me to get some stuff from your apartment? Of course. Why wouldn't I do this for you? You have a sweet sunglasses collection I can borrow while you're staying here. Okay, write me a list of everything I should get. Don't worry about the sunglasses. I'll get those. I don't need you to write that down. Stop thanking me, darling, and write me a list. And don't forget, we have a terrible comedy show to go to tonight.
Scene 9, Flynn. He meets Jessie in a WeWork-style meeting room.
I figured we needed a little one-on-one. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Your performance is unacceptable, and we'll no longer be needing your services at Flynn's Fashion. No, I don't need evidence. You're on an at-will contract. You can be fired at any time. I've never heard of unfair dismissal. Maybe that exists in Australia, but an at-will contract is an at-will contract. Yes, I am choosing today, right now, to fire you. Jessie, The extent of your incompetence is frankly astounding. You work in social media. You post about cute puppies and kittens, and yet your lack of engagement, the absence of interaction, and utterly embarrassing sales data are a spectacular indictment of your failure. I mean, you waste countless hours celebrating the birthday of every single person in this office. You're out of line. Okay, even any barely coherent comms person would have turned the poodles as strippers incident into an opportunity for humor and, jokes. Not issued an apology to, what was it, the coalition of strippers, and then what, the dogs themselves? I still can't believe that apology didn't go viral. I don't know if anyone told you this, but the dogs didn't know that they were dressed as strippers, or what, that costume was actually called pop star dancer or something. We're not ridiculing strippers. Come on, Jesse, they're strippers. They know what they do. They don't expect to be taken seriously. Okay. This has nothing to do with this company's treatment of women. Wow, and you can leave. I will not be talking about some girl I dated a decade ago. Yeah, please. She told my wife the same bullshit story, and I'll tell Hannah what I told you. Everything was consensual, and that... Of course Hannah believed me. There's no hospital report. She didn't go to the hospital. If you email my wife a hospital report, I will sue you for everything that you're worth. Maybe you forgot I come from a family of attorneys. We can bankrupt you in a single case. Wouldn't even be hard.
Scene 10, comedian. The kind of comedy club you only come to if you're a very good friend or a lost tourist.
Hey, thanks for coming out tonight. I see you, Dara B. X Factor winner in the house tonight. So it's my first time doing this, and something I've always wanted to do is go, "What's up, New York City?" Hey, yeah, not much. Okay, feeling a little shy. That's don't worry, I'm not gonna make you do it again. I respect your vibe. You wanna be quiet? Be quiet! I've been told I'm very emotionally intelligent, which is maybe why I want to talk about emotional labor. Emotional labor, have you heard of it? So you might have seen a headline like, "How to get your partner to take on more emotional labor," or "Women do the bulk of emotional labor." And so what is it exactly? And why are men shirking on their emotional labor responsibilities? So I'm going to give you some examples from my life. My first example, sending an anniversary card. I mean, what do you even write on it? Marriage, you do you, and expect me to congratulate you for it every single year? Well, here's a dead tree to celebrate. Oh, sending greeting cards, I don't know, maybe like when you couldn't just send a message instantly from the device in your pocket. Okay, cards had their place, but now, why waste all that energy it takes to send a dead tree on a plane or a truck? Because I don't know about you, but man, I live with the recycling police. Why is it so terrible to throw away a can you can't be bothered rinsing? But wasting all that energy and trees on a task I can complete faster and cheaper from the comfort of my couch. Oh no, that's important. Why is it important? Emotional labor. Yeah. Okay, so you ready for another example? I know that one was pretty thrilling, but don't worry, man, I have another one. So, organizing birthday cakes in the office. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it never the men in the office who are ordering birthday cakes? Well, the answer is very, very simple. We don't want them. No one wants them. No one wants to be sung to. No one wants to sing. Most people don't even want to eat cake on a regular basis, which if you have even a mid-size office, it becomes a regular basis if you're celebrating every single fucking person's birthday. So something else we hear about a lot is the gender pay gap, that women somehow get paid less than men. Now, I've always been a bit suspicious of this, but I admit that's mostly because I've worked jobs where there is no negotiating your salary. Minimum wage is minimum wage. And let me tell you, men, as a server, all know that the women were making twice what the dudes did in tips every night. Male servers are well aware of the reverse gender pay gap for reasons we all understand. But back to the ladies' gender gap. I got thinking, maybe it's this emotional labor that's getting in the way. Because ordering a cake turns into sending multiple emails, buying a card. What is it with women and cards? I'm sorry. Getting every freaking person to sign this card, setting up plates and napkins, finding a knife, and perhaps even, God help us all, candles. Which, just being honest, is all time that you're not working. What? What was that? You were asked to buy cakes for your office. So you had no choice. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's all women, but I'm sorry you went through that. No, I am. I'm genuinely sorry because what I'm saying is let's all be done with this crap. Women and men. Let's offload this emotional labor into some black hole where it belongs. Nothingness in nothingness. Hey, let's send Hallmark out of business, yeah? Let's stop pretending it's important to remember your coworkers' personal lives. Let's quit these obligatory, time-consuming gestures that have been superseded by technology. And maybe, with all their free time, women will work more and close the pay gap. Okay, yeah, I didn't think I could get that snuck through without a reaction. But hey, no, I am not a woman hater. Nope, not a woman hater, just a greeting card hater. Thank you.
Scene 11, first date, a nondescript bar. He nurses a beer.
So how long have you been doing this online dating thing? Oh, that's a while. No, I've also been on it for a year, on and off. I just thought someone as pretty as you. I mean, genuinely, you're gorgeous. You're not used to receiving compliments? That's crazy. You're stunning. I'm a teacher, high school math in Brooklyn, pretty deep in Brooklyn. But I like coming into Manhattan. Yes, I have one kid. You like getting the stats out of the way early. No, I like it. I like a woman who knows what she wants. My son is 19. And nope, I didn't lie about my age. We had him when we were in high school. So. He lives with me for now. College wasn't for him, so he's finding his way. It's crazy that at his age, we had a toddler. Not that I think it's a great thing for kids to be having kids, but it happened. Oh, I am pro-choice. I am the pro-iest of pro-choice, if that's a thing. His name is Jacob. I guess he wants to be an entrepreneur, which he's still figuring it out. I think it's hard for young guys today. I'm not saying it's easy for young women. The girls at my school are glued to their phones. I would ban all social media forever and ever if I could. But you can't bash these guys for being straight white men. They can't carry, the weight of the patriarchy at, 14. I don't know. I think blaming straight white boys for being straight white boys just makes them feel bad about themselves, as far as I can tell. So, well, it's why, and I'm not defending him, trust me, but that's why some of them turn to guys like Andrew Tate. Listen, it's so bad in our school. We had a special meeting about it. A lot of the other teachers had never even heard of him, but they'd heard the boys saying they were, naturally smarter than the girls and the non-binary kids, and Tate, of course, he says worse, worse stuff that, that women can't drive, women are property of men, women should bear some responsibility for being raped. And we're in this meeting talking about how terrible this all is, and I say, okay, but do you want to know why these boys are listening? They're listening because he also talks about going after your dreams. He talks about working hard and getting rich and buying fast cars and beautiful women, and you can belittle those dreams if you want to, But that attitude is why these guys are listening to him. He validates them. He gives them purpose. He makes them proud to be a man. Are we making them proud to be men? No, we're not. No one else is giving them that. Yes. I know Tate is being charged with sex trafficking in Romania. No, I agree. I'm on your side. Yes, of course. But women still need to take responsibility for their action. Let's not have them kick us out of here. I'm telling you, I agree with you. Down with toxic masculinity. I am. I'm being serious. Hey, I'm on the front lines with this stuff. Multiple front lines. My students, my son. I may as well tell you, he went through a pretty dark time a little while ago. I'm guessing you've heard of incels. Well, of course you have. Well, all I can say is it's different when you find your own son writing on forum called Women Can Only Love Chads. So, yeah, I tried everything I could think of. We went camping. I thought, just get him away from the computer, get him outside. But he couldn't or wouldn't open up to me. The only things we could talk about were politics and camping. And yeah, no need to guess how he votes. I'm not, the point is, he wouldn't talk to me about life, just about life. And when we came back, he was straight onto the computer. So I thought, fuck it. And I changed the password to the Wi-Fi, but he just went on his phone. So I gave him a deadline to get a job. Came and went. I gave him another deadline. I tried to take him shopping to get some interview clothes, but he wouldn't leave the house. It got to the point that I just thought, you know what, if he's not hurting himself or anyone else, okay, I'll just give it time. He's a smart kid, He's got to find his way eventually. And he did. Oh, yeah, I was relieved too, but first he started sharing Tate's videos, not the bad ones. No, well, it is something because, the most controversial ones, with the social media algorithms, they get more views, so they get featured or whatever. So the fact that my son was only sharing videos about being successful, only the kind of aspirational videos, that was something. You have to understand, this kid was sleeping till noon every single day. And then all of a sudden, he's up at 6 a.m. running. And then he'd do sit-ups and push-ups. He had this whole routine in the backyard. And I'd watch him from my bedroom because I didn't want to draw attention to it. Didn't want to ruin it with dad approval, make him stop. But one morning, he came in to me and he goes, "Hey, Dad, when was the last time you worked out?" I wanted to cry, because I realized he hadn't asked me a question beyond, can you buy this for me? I don't know, for years. And we started running together at 6 a.m. We started talking about stuff, real stuff. What he wanted to do in life, and he wanted a girlfriend, so he got on some dating sites. That's why I'm here tonight. He said, "Dad, you have to get on Tinder. Women love teachers." Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't have said that, but he's 19, so, he meant well. I don't disagree with you. Toxic masculinity, no, it has consequences. I'm telling you, I agree with you. I loaned him some money so he could move out, get his own place. Well, a month later, he's back at home. He doesn't want to talk about it. Not at all. I say, listen, whatever happened, it's okay. We'll get through it. I say, if it was money, you just should have let me know. I could have loaned you another month's rent. And then to my face, he goes, "You did loan me money." I didn't really understand what he was saying. I was still trying to figure it out. And then he tells me he's taken out personal loans in my name. And we look almost exactly the same after all. I mean, we're 19 and 36, so with a beard, he looks 36. And this was around the time of the crypto bust, so he got caught up in all of that. Need I say more? No, I didn't go to the police. I wouldn't do that to my own kid. You know, even he said some things about me having a crap job and crap apartment and being single for so long. Yeah, I'm sorry, too. And I bet I've ruined my chance at a second date. Or have I? Yeah. No, I thought so.
Scene 12, Troy, in a Starbucks somewhere. He's talking on his wireless headset, oblivious of anyone around him.
Come on, bro, what are you talking about? Bro, no one said show me the money. No one said, why are you laughing? Close the goddamn deal. Yeah, I'll take 1 venti dark roast, 1 grande coconut vanilla latte, extra froth, 4 hot chocolates, 6 bottles of water, and 2 pack of vanilla cookies for Troy. Troy, T-R-O-Y. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, I understand that, but do whatever you need to do for them to say yes. Do you hear me? All right, oh, sorry, an Impossible sandwich with mayo. Yeah. Don't let them leave the room until they say yes. Whatever, man, just get it done. Jesse? Jesse, fucking Jesse from Australia. It's Troy, Bradford's little bro. I know, it's been a minute. What are you doing in Munich? You work in Germany now? Let me guess, you're meeting American clients. That's why you're in a Starbucks? I knew it. Who are the clients? Hold up, I gotta remember all this for Emily. Okay, so you have your own PR company. That's cool. And you're facilitating Calvin Klein collaborating with a German theater company? That is very fucking cool. Whoa, I had no idea German theater was so intense. Emily's gonna be impressed for show. Do you live here? No way, you're in Chelsea. That is wild. We ran into each other in fucking Munich, not Manhattan. Yeah, we're here with the kids. Yeah, we have 4 now. Do you have any? Okay, but I see a ring. I know I don't have to ask, but if I don't, Emily's gonna be all over me. So who's the guy? Who are you marrying? He's a lucky guy. Yeah, I mean it. Emily cried real tears when you broke up with Bradford. She wanted to keep you and get rid of him, not very polite. He was worse. He was worse back then. He was before our wedding, he pulled every major dick move you could think of. He was always drunk, picking fights. He refused to go to his suit fittings, which was the final straw. We were paying for the suit. Anyway, we were a week out, and I sit down with him, and I said, you have 2 options. Get the fucking suit, or I rewrite you out of Mom and Dad's will. He did not know I couldn't really do that, but it worked. Now? He was a hot mess when you left. Kind of replaced the vinyasa with vodka and the Bikram with beer, And he got 3 new therapists. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Okay, look, I've always liked you too, so I gotta tell you this. He actually married one of them. Yeah, married one of his therapists. You'd think there'd be like a code of ethics or something against that, but whatever, apparently there's not.
His phone pings.
Oh, that'll be Emily. We're going to Neuschwanstein Castle today. Neuschwanstein, yes, of course. You'd be able to say it right. Ava, she's 13. She wants to see a real Disney castle. That's why we're here. And then Gerald, he's 6, wants to go see a soccer game. Wait, when you left Bradford, was Em even pregnant? Yeah, Ava's 13 now, so it's been what, like 14 years? Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead. They definitely look like American clients. Well, good luck with everything, Jesse. I really mean it. You look happy. I'm glad you're happy. You look happy.
End of play.